Russia has firmly rejected proposals for a temporary ceasefire in Ukraine. Moscow is dismissing suggestions of a one-month halt in fighting or a cessation of aerial and naval attacks. Now, these ideas were floated by Ukraine, France and Britain. Now, Russia says that firm agreements on a final settlement are needed. Without all that, some kind of respite is absolutely unacceptable. Now, Russia has also accused the French President Emmanuel Macron of spreading false narratives after he called for increased defense spending to counter potential Russian expansion into Europe. The Moscow has criticized Macron for ignoring Russia's legitimate security interests and has claimed a peaceful settlement is possible without considering the security of both Russia and Europe.
Macron's speech yesterday was a set of false narratives. I do not even know whether there are any words of truth there. He talked about ensuring guarantees for Ukraine's security. He did not say a word about the fact that a peaceful settlement is impossible without taking into account the legitimate security interests of both Russia and the whole of Europe, without any sort of division.
Now, all this has come at a very critical moment as European leaders gather in Brussels for urgent consultations on the conflict's future. Volodymyr Zelensky thanked EU leaders for standing by Ukraine's side as the bloc held crisis talks on confronting US President Donald Trump's pivot away from Kiev and also its transatlantic partners. British officials say that they've held talks with around 20 countries interested in being part of a coalition of the willing to support Ukraine during a ceasefire.
Great that we are not alone. We feel it and we know it. Thank you so much for everything, and signals to increase our production and signals to, with the new program, to increase the European security. That's, I think, the great decisions.
Now, Zelensky's visit to Brussels comes as he's scrambling to re-engage Washington after the Oval Office debacle. Now, declaring himself ready to work towards a peace deal under Trump's strong leadership and to finalize an accord on US access to Ukrainian mineral resources. On Tuesday, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had also proposed a new framework for a partial ceasefire with Russia. In a post on X, he said that Kiev would be willing to release prisoners and to agree to a truce that would ban long-range attacks on civilian and energy infrastructure. Now, the offer came after the Trump administration declared that Zelensky was not ready for peace and froze the US military assistance that Ukraine had been relying on to battle the Russian invasion. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.